Now, the U.S. president has downplayed the global market sell-off, likening his tariffs to medicine that's needed to fix something.
We will be taking in over $1 trillion over the next short period of time with the tariffs that I've already instituted. They're already in place. Now, what's going to happen with the market, I can't tell you, but I can tell you our country has gotten a lot stronger.
His top advisors have defended the levies and rejected fears of recession, saying more than 50 countries have approached the administration for trade talks. For more, we're joined by Nick Harper, live in Washington, D.C. Nick, no pain, no gain, says Mr. Trump to Americans. But with U.S. and global stocks plunging deep, it begs the question, what is the long game here?
Well, yes, that pain is trillions of dollars being wiped off global stock markets. And with all of that turmoil, those market meltdowns right around the world, it is, I think, a little hard to see what the Trump administration's plan is here. Now, it had been thought that President Trump might listen to the markets, that he might see what's happening and perhaps pause tariffs or at least scale them back slightly. That clearly hasn't happened, though. And in fact, we've seen the president and his advisors double down and defend the tariffs. Peter Navarro, for example, the top trade advisor to the Trump administration, has shrugged off much of that investor panic. He said that people really can only lose money on the stock market if they sell during this volatility. He's also promised that there's going to be the biggest boom in the stock market that we've ever seen. Now, the other line of thought had been that Trump could use the tariffs as leverage to try and get trade deals. So the White House has been reporting that more than 50 countries have been in touch to try and cut a deal. And of course, the Trump administration is now in a strong position in these negotiations with that threat of the enormous tariffs coming into effect on Wednesday. Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, has talked about this. He said it creates maximum leverage for Donald Trump. Bessent has also said that he thinks that the US is going to see what the other countries have to offer and see whether that's believable before the US agrees to any deals. And even in the last hour or so, Donald Trump has been defending, doubling down on these tariffs on social media and also calling out China. He's described China as the biggest abuser of them all, and he's criticised Beijing's decision to impose that 34% retaliatory tariff on the United States. But all of this, it's a little unclear to see where it goes from here.
We're seeing Trump's tariffs causing major upset domestically, Nick. One supporter calling the move an economic nuclear war. But is the president open to listening to anyone at this point?
Yeah, Bill Ackman, a hedge fund manager, one of the top backers on Wall Street of Donald Trump, has called these tariffs a mistake. He's warned that they will undermine global confidence in the US, and he is calling for a 90-day pause, saying that that would give the president time to try and negotiate. Ackman has also said that trying to strike those deals when the markets are tumbling actually puts the White House in a weaker position. We've also heard from Stanley Druckenmiller. He says that he doesn't support tariffs over 10%. So despite all of this criticism, Donald Trump doesn't seem to be in a hurry to offer relief. And in many ways, what we've seen in the past, if the president listens to anyone, it's the people closest to him, inside his inner circle. The big problem at the moment is all of them seem to be backing the president, seeming to be urging him to push ahead with the tariffs. So criticism outside the White House, but support inside. And for now, those supporting voices are all suggesting that the president should be pushing ahead, and those are the voices that the president appears to be listening to.
All right, Nick Harper there live in Washington, D.C. Thanks.